Hello, everybody. Welcome to Free for All Friday. We got a bunch of people coming on the panel, but first, let me kick it to my main man, the man of Steele himself, Curt Steele.
What up, dude? Welcome to the show, people. It is Free for All Friday. You know how the song goes. It's Friday, then hey, it's Saturday, Sunday. Well, it is Free for All Friday. We're brought to you by Delightful Bites on Free for All Friday. So go in the link in the description and get yourself some cookies. If you want to go by email, go to delightfulbites18@gmail.com. But now it's time to bring the panel in. My man, Jim, who you got up first?
I've got from across the pond, Anthony from Roar of the Lions UK. What's up, my man?
What up, though, guys? Great to be on here again. Another good weekend. I know we didn't win, but I'm feeling really positive. So, hoping for the first win this week.
Me too. I believe that's coming. I do believe that's coming. And second, we have Smoking Jeremy. What's up, man? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing as good as I possibly can in this weather.
Oh, I see. All right, let's bring in Maniac Tim. What's up, bud?
Not much. Well, I'm feeling better than the last couple weeks, thank God.
Yeah, he's been sick quite a bit. All right, Queen of the Prowl, Val. What's up? And you hear the ghosts in the background, so don't worry about them. Val, hello. Okay, we'll get to her later. Okay. I don't know what's going on with her stuff, so we'll get to that later.
My headphones aren't working. That's why I couldn't talk. I couldn't hear anybody.
Yeah, we hear you.
Headphones are working. You have to plug them into the right thing.
I plugged them in and they're not working.
All right. Well, let's keep going. All right, okay, shouting out the chat. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, we had the NASCAR pit crew down there with Jeremy smoking. He's on pit row down there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's the shout out, you know what I'm saying? We got Forbidden Knowledge in the building. What up, though? We got my man Don Spanos is in the building. Big West Kevin in, part of the Roar at 4. So, he's on the team. Cap Ice Cold, boy, I see you over there doing some big things in that Live Edition Unite app. And you know who it is, friend of the show. The Dern is in the building. So what up, though, fam? It's time to get to these questions and talk about the Lions versus the Eagles on Sunday. Ford Field, baby. Do the Lions get their first win this week? You know what? I'm going to send it to the Maniac first. Mr. Timmy, what you got, my man? Do the Lions get their first win this week?
God, I hope so. I actually think they will. Eagles have not been playing well. Lions have been keeping it very competitive. And it's about darn time that they get the W instead of the L.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm feeling you on that. What up, Sage Roberts? We got Mr. Scotty the Bears in the building. Brent Harpazzo Snatch. Larry McQuiston is in the building. Hey, shout out to the chat. My man, you know who he is. If he takes a break from getting one of the puffs in. My man Smoking Jeremy B, what you got, my guy? Do the Lions get their first W this weekend?
This is by far their best chance to get a win. Philly's horrible against the run. They can't tackle at the linebacker position. They also can't cover very well at that position. The only thing that worries me is Slay and Steven Nelson. And as you guys both know, I wanted Steven Nelson to be a Lion before the season started.
Yes, that's very true. You did say that. Couldn't get him on a Blue Light special, you know what I'm saying? Because we were doing discount prices doing the preseason. We were definitely giving low contracts, so I don't think we could have got him on a discount. But hey, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Slay coming home, he getting some chicken. You know, he's saying you heard him. He say he going from the airport to an Uber to get his chicken. So I mean, we'll see. Okay. Val, do you think now I know you think this because you called it, you know what I'm saying, umpteen weeks ago. If you don't know, that's a word down here in the South, umpteen. You called it before the season started. You said the Lions are going to get their W on Halloween, the first one. Do you still believe that?
Yes, I absolutely believe that. I believe that the first win will be against the Eagles on Halloween. I called it when the schedule came out, and I still believe it.
Definitely. You know, Kurt lives down in the South. They didn't change my vernacular down here. What I say, we say 50-11.
I'm from the South. I understand
all that stuff. But okay, my man Jim. Okay, I know I know we've been begging for this for a while. Do the Lions get that first W this weekend?
Yes. I said it a couple of different times, but yes, I believe they get the W this week.
Yes, definitely. I like that. Okay, so you know who he is. He's from across the pond. I affectionately call him Mr. Statham Jr. My man Anthony, what do you think? The Lions get their first W this weekend?
And it is most affectionately received, I can tell you that much. But yes, if we play with the same tenacity and the intensity that we used against the Rams and we sort some of these red zone issues out, then we are going to lay some smackdown on the Eagles this week.
Yes.
That I can guarantee.
I like the smackdown thing.
Yeah, I think that the Lions, if we play with that same tenacity that we played with in LA and just kind of that balls to the wall, leave it all out on the field, call crazy plays, and whatever it takes to win. Like the quote says, the Lions are that watch out their crazy team of the league this year. So I think we can get that first W this weekend. Hey, to take care of, your manly parts. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, get you some kits for your manly bits over there at manscaped.com. Use the code DLOTP for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Hey, you get yourself some of that crop preserver, deodorant, and you just go ahead and take care of your manly parts. It's always good to take care of yourself, and it's called self-care. So self-care is making sure that you're, neatly groomed for yourself, and for the ladies, man. So go ahead and take care of yourself over there at manscaped.com. Manly bits. That's right. All right. We got Mighty Omeo in the building. Definitely RV Jackpot is definitely in the house. It's so good to see everyone here on a free for all Friday, man. It's Halloween, crazy things can happen, full moon, and I think the Lions will get that first win this weekend. Shout out to the Dern. So let's go ahead and get those likes up, people. Now, what are your keys for victory on the offensive side of the ball? I'm going to go to my man, the gentleman himself first. Anthony, Sir Anthony, what are your keys to the victory on offense?
Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the swag man. You have got to run the ball this weekend very heavily at these guys. Only twice in 7 games this season have they graded, I think, above 52 defending the run. It's where they're weak and it's where we're strong. We had this problem against the Bengals a few weeks ago. They have a really good run defense, which really stopped us in that game, but we have the opposite this time. We have the advantage. So get Swift involved, get Williams involved, hell, get Jefferson involved, because I'm ready to see him. Let's use these guys and really hit their weak spot.
Yeah, definitely. We have some slots open on the active roster, so we may see a Jamar Jefferson sighting this weekend. We'll see what's going on. Okay, Maniac Tim, my guy, what you got, my fella? Okay. What are your keys to victory on offense?
Of course, running is definitely a key. We cannot leave that like we have in the past. But I would like to see them mix it up with throwing, to Jamal and also to Swift. Throw some passes to mix it up. But because the run's going to be keeping them busy, it should open up the pass later on. But run it down their throats.
Definitely. I like that. Let it down their throats. Okay. All right. So I'll mix mine in here a little bit right quick. Okay. Here's my thing. Keep Fletcher Cox out of our backfield. That's my key. One of my keys to victory offense. Fletcher Cox is a freaking monster. So you keep him away from Jared Goff and we can have some success in the run game. And it's, some of that short passing game, check down Charlie going to do his thing. He's going to throw 4 or 5 yard passes, but if we can keep him clean while he does it, maybe we can have some success in the passing game. All right. So Jim, what you got, man? What are your keys to victory on the offensive side of the ball?
Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. These guys give up a 5 point or 5 yards a carry. So run the ball. You know what? Keep it out of 3rd and Goff. That's anything over 3rd and 5 for those of you that don't know. But hey, shout out to my man Mitch Kofsky. I was on his show yesterday. Fly, Eagles, fly. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Eagles fly. Another hit. We appreciate you coming on.
Oh, yeah, they're going to fly right by our guys, and we're going to get a touchdown. So that's what happens. And we got Luke G entering the fray here. What's up, Luke?
Oh my goodness.
What's going on, ladies and gents? What's going on?
The building. Shame. Hey, stop talking about silk drawers, ladies. Don't love me like you do. What's going on?
You know they gotta love me. Man, not much, man. This is one of them days where I feel like we should all be asleep. You know, everybody just need to take a nap today.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you on that. Okay, so let me get you caught up before we close out this category. We'll go to the Lions get their first W this weekend.
They better. I can't say yes or no more. They better. You know, I mean, you're leaving games out there. Obviously, there's a difference in the people who are out there because you got guys filling in, but they're playing well enough on defense to win some games. Offense needs to be the one to step up, so they better win this week.
Okay. So with that, what are your keys to victory for the offensive side of the ball?
The same thing it's been for the last 30 years. Run the damn ball. Can we get the ball ran consistently? Is it okay for us to have a running back get more than 14 carries? I mean,
That would
seriously.
be nice.
I mean, you're talking about 7 total weeks, and not a singular running back has ever gotten over 14 carries. And before someone turns around and say, oh, it doesn't matter how many carries they get. Yes, it does. Because if you pay attention to the games, you would know that in a lot of those games, the hot hand was a certain running back, whether it be Jamal Williams or Swift. And you're not riding those hands. So I'm expecting for them to ride the high hand.
Okay, I'll feel you on that. Okay, Val, what are your keys to victory for the offense?
I can't unmute her mic. I don't know how to do it. It's not unmuting for me.
She got to do it. She got to do it.
You got to unmute your mic.
Oh, no more third and golf.
Yes.
No more
What?
third and golf.
No more third and golf.
Oh, I
Yes.
thought you said no more starting golf. I was like,
No.
damn.
We haven't got a player to come in to take his spots, and that won't be for a while. But yeah, no more third and golf. Keep it manageable. Third down, less than 5 yards on third down would definitely help us. And maybe we could just run the ball instead of lining up in shotgun when we're in 3rd and 2. Or
You got
3rd and
anything
1.
else, Val? Is that the only thing you wanted to say, or?
For the keys for the offense.
Yeah.
And run the ball.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
think
for sure.
everybody wants to run the ball.
I'm pretty sure that's
Don't be passing the ball.
Yeah. All right, Michael. Michael Huck says at Mitch Kofsky had fun yesterday. Thanks for accommodating us Lions fans. We appreciate that over there, Mitch. You know what I'm saying, having us on. And my man Bird Gang 31. Thanks for having us on the other day as well.
Yes.
We had so much fun over there. Dan Spano says no more starting golf works as well. Man, but we don't have anybody to start in this place. We just
That's
don't.
the part that's, yeah.
People keep, David Blau, man. David Blau ain't it, brother. And Tom Tim, whatever his name is, Mr. Boyle himself. He's not the answer either. That guy doesn't have
I'm not gonna say that though. I'm not gonna say David Blau ain't it. I mean, because you gotta ask yourself the question: can David Blau really be any worse? Like, we not winning with what golf is doing, but can David Blau be? At least I know David Blau will take off a run on you. I know David Blau will try to make some deep passes.
He will try. You definitely right about that. Larry McChristen says, key to victory, run the damn ball and turn the ball over. If the defense can score, that will help. You know, that was a great points. You know, Larry McChristen, he's on our wall of fame. You know, great point, my guy. We really appreciate it. Says Robert says, Jack Fox can sling it. We know Foxy can throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? He had the tight spiral better than golf on Sunday against the Rams. That was definitely a nice pass. Dak DeGur says, Jim, stop saying we gave up 2 picks for Benson. We gave up 2 and got 1 big difference. 5.
That's not true.
So 5 and 7 for a 6 and Benson.
5 and 7 for a 6 next year, not this year. So we gave up 2 picks in this year's draft. Holy God!
Okay, whoa.
So we gave up. So we did
ahead.
give up. So we did give up 2 this year.
Yes.
You get back
And we
1
get-
and 1. You get back a player and 1 next year. That's what you're saying.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. Back with the Ghost and Goblins in the background. We got Smoking Jeremy. He's back on the panel. All right. So, what are your keys to victory for the offensive side of the ball? Before we close this one out.
Run the ball, control the clock, get pressure on Hurts. It's that simple.
That's both sides of the ball. I just said offense, but I got you though. So he went first on defense. He said he keeps the victory on defense is keep the pressure on Jalen Hurts. So we'll move on to Jim. What are your keys to victory on defense?
On defensive side of the ball, pressure Jalen Hurts. We need to get to him. You know what? Make it uncomfortable for him. The Eagles don't run the ball especially well, so I think we just pin our ears back and go after the quarterback.
Definitely. Hey, go over to the Detroit Lions on the Prowl.com to check out more content from us over there. Some good articles. And while you're there, click on the link for Lions on the Prowl shop.com. I'm rocking that Prowl Nation shirt today. Go ahead and check it out. You got the Lions on the Prowl family shirt behind Jim. You can get more if you don't like shirts. You want other like a bag or a cup, whatever. It's over there as well. So go over and check out the merchandise at lionsontheprowlshop.com. My man Anthony, what is your keys to victory for our defense?
I think they really just need to do exactly what they did last week. They stopped the LA run game completely. I think they only got about 40 yards. And if you do that, you're up against Jalen Hurts this week. He's not Matthew Stafford. He doesn't have the ability to win the game without a run game there. You're going to put significant pressure on him. And his receiver core is not as good as well. He's got no Miles Sanders. He's just gone on to IR. Zach Ertz, they've just traded out of there. I just think you've got to stop that run game and the rest will come to it. You can put adequate pressure on him and he's not going to be able to dig them out of the hole like Matthew Stafford was able to last week. So same again, trust your secondary guys and bring lots of pressure to the house other than that.
Okay, Bisway Kevin, it sounds like the toilet flushing like a ghost or goblin.
Man, I know, dude, I took my earbuds. I was like, what the hell is that sound?
Okay. All right, Maniac Tim, what you got? What are your keys to victory for our defense?
Of course, we got to put pressure on Hurts, stop the run, which should be pretty good since they can't run anyway. I'd like to see a couple turnovers. That'd be great. And, of course, if those turnovers turn into points, that would be good too.
Okay, I feel what you're saying. Okay, Val, she's a defensive-minded person. She's a Bears fan. Bobby Lane Ghost is laughing at us. I like that. Okay.
I like that.
All right, Val, what are your keys to victory on defense?
I don't know. I'm trying to deal with the damn ghosts and goblins that are loud as hell.
I muted that.
But okay, defense. I don't really know much about Philadelphia, but y'all. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you guys don't have much of a defense really left with all the injuries that are going on. So I mean, yeah, you just got to do the best with what you got.
Okay. All right. My man, you know who it is. Luke G is in the building. So, what are your keys for victory for our defensive side of the ball?
For me, I think it's not about just getting pressure. I think it's getting home. We not because believe it or not, surprising the defense has been getting pressure. We need people on the ground. Like, can we get people on the ground? Can we be better on third down? Can we be better on third and long, second and long? Like, they got fast receivers, right? Like, thank God they got rid of their tight end, but they got fast receivers. You got a quarterback who's mobile. I'm gonna need for them to get people on the ground, and I'm also gonna need for my rookies to really step up in a way that's unheard of, to where they're cutting off lanes and stuff like that. Because I think they're gonna try to manipulate the defense by running the quarterback, and so if you kill all that earlier, you can set yourself to a lot of trouble in the first place. So for me, getting somebody on the ground and making sure that we are staying disciplined in our gaps assignments, I think will be the way we can get the win if they stay in that rim. They got to just keep it sound and play the football the way it's supposed to be played.
That's good to me, man. I totally believe that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and and it does help with Miles Sanders going on the IR. So this is one of those things where we can control. We have to make sure we pay attention to that pass game because Devontae Smith can fly out of the building, so we got to make sure we keep our cornerbacks in that secondary. Keep those guys sharp and against that pass game for the Eagles. Definitely. All right, Big West Kevin. Okay, defense. Scotty the Bear. Big West Kevin says, I hope AJ Parker can play so we don't have to play another practice squad player. That is very good. From what Aaron Glenn was saying, that Mark Gilbert will definitely get some run. This is the guy we brought over from the Steelers. Scott Barrett defense needs to turn over. I believe so. Cause some turnover. Win the turnover battle. You can definitely win the game. Barnes needs to get after the quarterback. I need the D line to open up gaps for the linebackers. Definitely appreciate that. Mighty Onina. Okay. All right. So one, I don't know who this is. Big fella.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, we're not reading that. Okay. All right. Definitely.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't see it.
Yeah, if you want to get yourself some Lions gear and this weekend for the Lions and Eagles is the Salute to Service game in Detroit. They had their Salute to Service camp the other day in Ford Field for the veterans and some of their family members. Go over to fanatics.com. Get yourself some Salute to Service gear. You can use the link in the description. A portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow the content on this channel. And the Salute to Service gear, 100% of the sales from Salute to Service gear go to help nonprofit organizations that help veterans and their families. So go over to Fanatics and get yourself some Salute to Service gear and support, some of my fellow veterans. Curt Steele is a veteran. My man Jeremy B is a veteran as well. So go over and check it out over at fanatics.com. All right. So do you think the Lions make any moves before the trade deadline? And if so, do they sell, buy, or both? So we'll start off with my man Anthony. Do the Lions make a move at the trade deadline? Buyers, sellers, or both?
I'm expecting to maybe see a move in. I don't know whether it'd be something I do myself. I think in terms of trading away, no. The only one I'd possibly be looking to trade away, it depends with Tracy Walker what you're going to do. I said this a few weeks back. I think you've got to make a decision now whether you're going to pay him or, you have to look at maybe letting him go. Because if he has a season like he does this year and he's still as high as he is and we just let him walk for nothing, that would be a travesty. So I would hope that we either pay him or look to try and get something back for him beforehand, but I don't really see it happening. In terms of bringing in, I wouldn't be against it. I see a lot of people going, we can't trade away any more draft capital, etc., and people are wanting to stack picks, but if the right player is available for the right price, then of course you go and do it, because if you're getting in proven talent already or someone who has shown that they can do it, then I don't see why you don't go for it, because draft picks at the end of the day are lottery gambles. And, you can have as many as you like, but you can flame out on a lot of them. You're at the luck of the gods with some of it. So if the right player is available at the right price, then absolutely, I wouldn't begrudge them doing that. But as it stands, I can't see anything happening, but I wouldn't be against it if they did. But I don't think anyone's going.
Okay. Thank you. All right. My man Smoking Jeremy, what you got? Do you think you're going to be buyers or sellers or neither?
The only buyers, and I've said this a couple of times, that I would be on is either Andy Isabella, and then after he hit the trade block is Brandon Ayuk. I like that idea because he would only be a $1 million cap hit for the next 2 years with a 5th-year option available, and his upside is huge.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk is a pretty good player. All right, my man Luke G, what you got, my man? Are we buyers or sellers at the trade deadline or both?
The line need to sit still, do nothing. Don't buy, don't sell, don't talk to nobody, don't have no conversations, don't have no whispers. Why? What are we doing that for? Now, if you tell somebody in free agency and you think that they need to go on against the agency, okay, cool. But if the answer is no, then I'm saying no, don't do that.
All right, Luke G sound like the black mama before they go into the store. Don't ask for nothing, don't touch nothing.
I'm just saying, because think about it. Think about it. If you go in and right now you turn around and you're like, I'm going to go out and I'm going to add this. I'm going to trade for this guy. Well, that guy that you trade for need to be here for at least 3-4 seasons. Who are you getting that's going to be here for 3-4 seasons?
Brandon Ayuk.
Nah. Sit still. You got enough draft capital. You got a free agency coming up that's going to be loaded with talent. if you just play your card right, because the truth is this. It's almost like, I can't use that example. I gotta use a different one. It's like this. It's like literally taking Fix-A-Flat to put in your tire while you're right next door with the money and opportunity to get a new tire put on by Bell Tire. Like, it doesn't make sense. You just got to sit there and just hold fast, finish the season out, keep evaluating the talent, and go from there. But there ain't nobody you're going to bring in that's going to have an immediate impact to change any damn thing. And there's nobody you're going to bring in at this point that especially talking about trading, that's going to bring value to the trade. No, I'm good. That's what I got my picks for. I'll wait.
Okay, definitely. I'm feeling you on that. You know what, though? I have to agree with my man, Lou G. I'm going to say stay pat. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say just don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? We'll go ahead and look at, making roster moves. Unless it was it's like a free agent move where we can bring somebody off the street or somebody gets relief claim off waivers. But buyers sell at the trade deadline. I'm not really the only person I would definitely trade is Trey Flowers if we can get rid of that contract, and that's going to be a tall order because he has a huge cap hit in the next couple of years. So that's going to be tough.
11.2 million for a 5th or a 6th round pick is not worth it.
Nah, I wouldn't do that either. All right, my man Maniac Tim. Buyers and sellers are both at the trade deadline for my man Brad Holmes.
Even though I want to win this year, I think we got to just stay put because we got to look at what this is going to do for our future. This season we're not going anywhere. I started out hoping that this season we were going to do great, but then reality hit. So we got to stay put. We got to look for the future because we're going to be, maybe 1 or 2 pick overall, so just stay put.
Okay, definitely. Okay, Val, what do you see us doing? As our resident Bears fan, what do you think the line should do? Buy, sell, or stay pat?
I'm on the same page with Luke and Tim here. Stay pat. I don't see any other logical decision other than to stay pat because unless you're going to be able to, pick up a deal with a whole bunch of draft picks that you can use. It makes no sense. You can't sell nobody. You ain't got nobody to sell. So you can't buy nobody because you're already, $50 billion in cap debt. So no, stay put.
Okay.
And this idea of adding a receiver, of trading for any kind of receiver is just stupid because receivers come a dime a dozen. There's no reason for you to go out and trade for a receiver when there's a bunch of them in free agency. Like, I need a receiver so bad. Go get Golden Tate. Oh, I don't want Golden Tate. Well, it's 100 other ones out there. Pick one. It's not hard. Like you don't need to go out and get things that's going to always be present. Like I don't know what this fan base in the receiving court, but we got to stop this. We got to stop this love affair with the receivers. They're going to find one every year. It's somebody this year that was not the top pick. Well, Jamar Chase is balling, obviously. But I remember most Lions fans wanted Devontae Smith. And they, come on. We got to stop this receiver love affair. Then we get all these receivers and y'all like, we aren't winning in games because you just want receivers and they don't play defense.
Yeah, I call it the Matt Millen effect. All right, so
Yeah.
Jim, what you got, man? I think I have an idea what you're going to say, but do we buy? Do we sell? Do we just stay where we are right now?
I don't think we're going to do anything. I think we stand pat as well. If you can get rid of Trey Flowers' contract, because there was something out there about someone else was going to assume the contract. If that happens, great. But I think he wouldn't pass a physical anyway. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. Tracy Walker is interesting to me to trade because I don't think he's going to come back next year. But I just don't know. This year's lost, so I don't care about this year anyway. So if I'm going to do anything, I'm selling. If I'm doing anything at all.
Okay, definitely. Hey, if you like this content, you like the channel, get those likes up, people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We're on that march of 3,000. We're getting pretty close, so go ahead and become a part of the Prowl Nation family. And if you want to hang out with us, behind the scenes, go over to Lions Nation Unite. the one-stop shop for Detroit Lions fans. It's the ultimate hangout for us over there. You can hang out. You can meet other Lions fans from across the globe, like my man Anthony over here. I interacted with those guys from Royal the Lions in the UK, so it's definitely a great app. You can go and just chill out, and those game day chats are really, really fun. Val's in there, yucking it up, making a mockery of the Lions as she does all the time. Or you can just run into more over there doing the game day chat. So go over and check it out at Lions Nation Unite. You can download the app in the Google, Android, or Apple app stores, or you can go to, I think it's like App Lions Unite on your web browser. So go ahead and check out Lions Nation Unite. It's a great time over there. So some more comments. Wide receiver every year, or why our wide receiver group will disagree with you, Luke. You know what though? I think we got what we got right now. I think we're gonna ride with those guys for the rest of the year.
Yeah, but why would the wide receiver group disagree with me? I mean, obviously they don't want to lose their jobs or anything. So, but they wouldn't disagree with me. You know why? Because they don't have anybody throwing them the damn ball. So guess what? When they are open, the ball don't get there no way. So no, they wouldn't disagree with me. If anything, they probably saying, nope, we don't need receivers. I agree with Luke. Give me a quarterback. So yes, they would agree with me more so than disagree.
I got something here too with Luke because it's been brought up a couple of times in the chat. Do you see the Michigan Wolverines taking that L today? Because I don't. Go blue.
Wow. Well, first of all, you mean tomorrow, right? They play tomorrow, I thought.
Whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish it was today.
Okay. But
it's been in the chat quite a bit. So what do you think?
I know, I want to keep it respectful to the Lion content, but no, I think Michigan State wins. I don't think Michigan has had the pleasure of going against a team that can really run the ball like Michigan State. So, yeah, good luck stopping Mr. Walker.
Okay. All right. Does anybody else on the panel want to talk about that real quick?
I was going to say the
go
Spartans
blue.
are like Green Bay, but they're basically the equivalent of Green Bay Packers. So bye, go blue.
Go blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a diehard Michigan fan. The only thing that I see is Michigan State looks a little better on offense, but Michigan looks way better on defense, and usually defense wins games. Just saying.
Who y'all play? Hold on, wait. Who did Michigan play that game combined into the high?
Who did you almost lose to? Who did you almost lose to?
I started something here.
Wait. See, I'm gonna show y'all something. You asked a question, and then they answered with a question. So I'm gonna answer the question that they could not answer. Almost lose to is not the same as actually not playing anybody. Who have y'all played? So we almost lost, but we didn't. So we can answer that one with a simple, but we didn't lose. So now let's talk about Michigan. Who has Michigan played?
I'm saying, guys, you played. What are you talking about?
But the difference is this. The difference is if you look at the point totals and if you look at how those games went, the Michigan State was able to always do the one thing consistently, and that's run the ball. Michigan hasn't went against nobody who can run the ball like Michigan State. Nobody. Who had they went to that had a run game? I'll wait. Exactly. Nobody.
And
we've played the same exact teams you guys played.
Exactly. But which one ever had a run game?
We're not worried about him. You got to worry about our two guys. That's what you got to worry about. You got to worry about Blake Corn. You got to worry about Hackers.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you got to worry about. We talk about running game.
I tell y'all what. I'll be here. Y'all, this happened last year, and I had to get y'all the Nightmare on Elm Street. I'll be here.
Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on.
Let's answer this question in the chat real quick about the Thibodeau or Hutchinson from Michigan. I like Thibodeau. I like Thibodeau.
Neither.
Thibodeau.
Neither. I take Thibodeau big time.
Neither.
I'll take
Neither. They're not even the best prospects at their position.
No.
Hell, in Michigan State,
they're the best two prospects at that position.
Okay,
I know,
you got to
I know.
answer.
I know.
Who's the best defensive end prospect that you see?
I can't pronounce his name, but Anthony knows how to pronounce his name. But I know he plays for Purdue, and he played with Derek Barnes, and he went number 5.
George Karlaftis. He's the best prospect in this draft out of them all.
Okay. I mean, I just wanted to hear. I wanted to hear what you guys say, because I'm not saying that that's the right or wrong answer. But the question was one of the two guys. So between those two guys,
Hutchinson is so overrated. Hutchinson is so overrated, bro. Like he's not even better than Michigan State. What's the guy named the weird?
Oh, here we go with that. No,
he's not.
You lost me with the Michigan State bias. You can miss me with that.
I'm not. Okay. Hold on. Wait. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. See, that's the thing. I don't do biases. I love football first. Look at the numbers. He's getting more pressures and got the same numbers as Hutchinson. There's no difference in these two players, and he's not getting talked about. And when you go over between Hutchinson and Thibodeau, Hutchinson and Thibodeau shouldn't even be in the same conversation, because Thibodeau, in my opinion, is better than Hutchinson. Hutchinson is overrated. But however you pronounce his name, George K. We're going to call him George K. George of the Jungle, over there. That guy, I'm telling you, he's something different. And I like his game, but I'm just saying, I'm not showing no bias. It's football first. I'm just telling you. I hate talking draft during this season because that's a loser's mentality. We got 10 games. But if I had to be honest, neither of those two. I don't want neither of them.
Okay.
I don't think Hutchinson is better than Thibodeau either.
That's an honest answer.
Daniel Davis, I don't see that at all. I'm sorry, my man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have to disagree with you, Daniel Davis. I have to disagree with you on that one.
Okay.
Luke
is using the ketchup theory.
I don't even. It's Team Mustard over here. I don't mess with no ketchup. What you talking about? Give me some relish, some mayonnaise or something.
Definitely. Hey, you know what? That was definitely a good one. I'm hearing rumors about Swift being traded to the Rams for several picks. How much do you think this is true? This is all conjecture. The Lions are not letting DeAndre Swift out of the building.
Well, first of all, I can tell you that I don't know where you're hearing that at, because there's no news of that happening, and if it is, it's fake news. And I hate to say that because the reality is this.
I've seen it actually. I have actually seen it on Lions media.
Yeah,
it was an opinion piece.
It's fake news. It's fake. Listen, they just traded for Sony Michel. They still, you got to keep in mind, they still, when he come back from injury, they still going to have their original running back when he come back from injury. I can't think of his name.
Cam Akers.
Akers.
Yeah.
So they're still gonna have Cam Akers. They already got freaking Henderson, and they already traded for Sony Michel. So now all of a sudden they want to trade for Swift. This is the dumb stuff that people come up with in opinion pieces to be like, you know what? Great idea. Here's one. Trade
Just
that guy.
get a click.
Yeah, trade that guy over to the Rams. Newsflash: they got two running backs. Why would they do this? I don't.
We've waited an eon for a running game, and then we're like, nah, let's just trade him away.
Every year.
We've waited an eon for a good offensive line. Let's just trade Decker away.
What's going on?
Hold on. Okay. I have to. Nah. Whoever this person, I don't know who this Chad Fletcher guy is. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that.
Oh.
Not dealing with that.
Okay, let's move on with the show. I don't know what's going on here.
What are your predictions? Just read the comment. You can read it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, I wasn't trying to disrespect you at all. I was just
I know you weren't.
What's going on?
Well, whoever this,
okay, gotcha.
That's not what we don't do that here. So you can take that nonsense somewhere else. All right. So what are your predictions for the game? Who wins and what's the final score? We'll go to my man Luke G first.
Yes.
It's the first time I had to really take a side. I think the Lions should win, but I got to see 4 quarters. I keep seeing 2, 2.5, 3. I need 4 quarters, and I think the Lions should win. As far as score prediction, prayer. Could that be an answer? Can prayer be an answer? Because I don't know. I don't know what to put for a score because we're not getting over 17 points. The last time we scored over 20 was week 1. Like at least from my recollection, I don't remember us doing it again. Did we score over 20? Let's see. Week 1, Packers 17, then score again. Definitely got our butt beat by the Bengals. Yeah, I don't think we scored over 20 since week 1.
Right. I'm pretty sure that's right.
So
Pretty sure that's right.
yeah, a man for me for score, but and for the Lions to win, I don't got 4 quarters.
Okay. All right. All right. So Anthony, you up next. What do you got? Who wins the score and who wins the game and what's the final score?
I honestly think this is the week where we finally get the win down. I'm going to say it's 27-17 to the Lions. I just think, it's in our favor. They're weak where we are strong. This team is battling really hard. They mostly played the perfect game last week. If we'd have got that one last touchdown drive, which we turned over, we could easily have won that game. So I think it's here against lesser quality opposition. I think we're finally going to win. So 27-17 to us.
Okay.
PC
definitely.
Payload's had a good comment here, Kurt, if you wanted to address that.
Thank you. This show is about sports. This show is about sports. It's about the Lions. Keep all that political nonsense to yourself. We don't do that right here on this show. We definitely keep it about the sports and about the Lions. And we just got a little bit of Michigan State because that's just the in-state rivalry game. But we don't do the other crap. All right, 27-17 Lions from Big West Kevin. All right, my man Jeremy, what you got? Who wins and what's the score?
I say we're going to get the 20 points finally again this season, but it's going to be 20-12. We're not giving up a touchdown to them. They don't have a running game. They can't stop the run on defense. We're going to pound Swift and Williams right up the middle and around all over them.
Okay, definitely. All right, so my man Maniac Tim, what you got? Who winning and what's the score?
Lions 24-17.
24-17 Lions. Val, what you got?
I got Lions 28-24.
28-24 Lions. All right, my man Jim, what you got? Who wins and what's the score?
17-10 Lions.
Thank you, Jim.
Lions.
Thank you. All these goddamn 20. We ain't scoring 20 since week 1. When is this 20? I'm gonna leave it alone. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay.
Good job.
All right. I'm gonna say it's going to be. I'm gonna say 2017 Lions. I give it the 3-point victory. I'll say we break the curse and score 20. And did Devontae Smith, I guess, got to be an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Hey, he says Lions 0-8 is coming. You have your opinion.
Could be.
It's
a friendly rivalry here. We're not. It's
Jeff
all right.
Fletcher says 28-10 Lions. Okay.
The points are coming from the running game this week, Luke. I think the passing game will supplement the running game, and they'll score the points. It won't be on Goff to throw for touchdowns.
It does not be, or we lose.
See, after this is what I've been wanting the whole season, and I just like we should be the Tennessee Titans of the NFC.
Yep.
Like we should. They're not, man. When I looked up and I can see that they only had before this week game, they only had 3 more passes than rushing. I'm like, yo, that's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts. You talk about balance, and it's because they're staying with it. He's not getting 100 every time, but he's able to still. They're giving him the volume for him to make something happen. And I thought last week was going to be a game where they stuck with the volume too, because at the Swift truck the first dude on the sideline, I said, well, I guess I guess they not ready to play. Then you saw Williams truck somebody, and I said, oh, we're gonna keep running it. And then get to the end, and we're gonna make the quarterback the hero. They put the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Just give the ball to Marshawn, you the Super Bowl champ, back to back.
Okay. All right. Here's an interesting comment. Has anyone heard that of this St. Louis Rams owner and LA leak through emails of that Stan Kroenke? It says St. Louis may get another team soon. I don't know. We were going on another expansion.
Wow.
Don't see that. Where would they put that other team at?
I know they talk about an expansion, but I know they talk about an expansion, but I
don't know where they would put them. Yeah.
Right. And they don't like the odd numbers anyway.
Yeah, because it would have to be 2 teams to make it even, or probably 4 teams, because you got to put 2 in each conference, and then where would they go in each division? Because you got uneven division. So I'm not sure what that would go.
I think we already have an expansion team right here. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the roster's like one. Okay.
The other expansion team that I heard about is Jeff Bezos is still trying to get a team in Albuquerque.
In Albuquerque.
Where the hell is that at?
New Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the running actually to own the Bears.
Yep.
He was trying to buy the Lions.
Hey, Kurt, here's an apology. So I appreciate that.
Okay, sorry about the political. That was disrespectful. Sports is us to get away from that, and I sincerely sorry about that. Hey, you know what, Chad? Water under the bridge, but yeah, we keep all that stuff to ourselves here. We don't do that. But thank you for the apology. Thank you. All right. Sage Robert says, I would assume Houston or the Jags would be team.
Jags aren't going anywhere.
Jags aren't going anywhere. Sean Khan and
he's a billionaire. No way he's going to lose his team.
The McNair's got so much oil money down there in Texas. Them guys ain't going.
Nope.
Going nowhere.
You know what? Let me address this one. The USFL, he asks if the USFL is coming back. There were rumors of it coming back, and then I haven't heard anything since.
I think that COVID really kind of killed what they were doing, the movement they were trying to get that, because I think it got pushed back because of the COVID year. So we'll see. I think it's looking at 2022 now, where they maybe try and make a comeback.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Plus, I think the biggest problem with a lot of those leagues, like the UFSL and the XFL, without the NFL back in and say, "Hey, this is our farming system," they're going to have a rough start because we are NFL people. You know what I mean? Like that's why you have all these other teams. Like Detroit has its own little farming system team here, like his G League team. But guess what? We know that they're attached to the Pistons. So yeah, we're going to watch them. They got it. Yep. They gonna have to come to the table with the NFL, or it's not gonna work.
Right. Yeah. Totally agree with you. And I think it should happen that way. I mean, we do have college as our major, farm system basically, but in other sports you have the IHL and all that stuff, AHL for hockey, and you have the G League and stuff for the Pistons. It would be nice to have something else for the NFL.
It'd have been nice if AAF didn't lose their funding. Because the main guy just backed out like 6 weeks into that season. It was actually looking like an okay product.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
I think everyone went for the final score. Let's get some questions in the chat going so we can answer some of you guys' questions. So let us know what you want us to answer from you guys. Definitely.
Can I ask a question, because I don't have a way to chat it, but
sure.
What is your guys' evaluation of the Detroit Lions offensive line from the beginning of the year to now? Because I'm being told that they suck. So I'm curious what everybody else's opinion is.
I don't believe they suck whatsoever. Evan Brown has been rated 89.9. I know you hate PFF, but he's top of the league right now almost, and replacing Frank Ragnow. I know that Penei Sewell's 21. He's a rookie, but I think the offensive line as a whole has done a pretty good job. I think Jared Goff holds on to the ball too long, so they do give up sacks. I think that Penei Sewell's a rookie. He's made some mistakes, but I actually think they've done very well in the run game. I think they've done very well getting out in space and blocking, because I've seen that as well. I honestly think we've done really well in the offensive line. That's my take.
Absolutely. You look at that. Look at the injuries they deal with on the offensive line. Top left tackle went down. Then you look at the Pro Bowl center is out. One of the best centers in the league. But Hank Fraley's done a good job of bringing the guys in, next man up, and they're playing well. I can't say that they're not. They run the ball well. They were good in run blocking. Jared Goff, if he stops holding the damn ball, he wouldn't get sacked so many times or get pressured so many times. So, they're not perfect. So I'm not saying they're the best offensive line in the league, but they're not the worst. And they're not trash. I mean, they do a good, solid job of what they're supposed to do. They block and they keep running lanes open for the running backs. So that's what I say. And okay. I like the attitude for Nick Sewell. You know what I'm saying? To have Aaron Donald get in his face and he say, "I ain't no punk bitch, you better get your hands off me." I'm loving that attitude from the young fella.
Yeah, because I looked at it and I'm just like I've been working on some videos. I'm finna break this all down. We finna get this whole thing squared away. With this idea that that this offensive line sucks, and I'm like, are we putting this in context? Because there are some things that we're leaving out that I don't think y'all quite understand. And it's funny because you go over and flip it to yesterday's game with the Packers versus the Cardinals, and you saw Aaron Rodgers basically say, "I don't got this, I don't got that. Well, let me do this. Let's change this." And his coaching staff come up with a game plan so he can get the ball out of his hand quicker, so he's not getting hit. And I find it ironic how the Lions fan base just everything sucks here. Get rid of the running back, get rid of the offensive line. I don't get it. Do anybody think it sucks?
I don't. I give it at least a B to B plus so far this season, because otherwise Jared Goff would probably have 8 more sacks and 5 more fumbles.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear our fan pundit saying it's crazy crap. Like I saw a guy say something. If we lose on Sunday, Dan Campbell should be fired.
Stupidest thing I heard yet was that one. I commented on that post.
I mean, it's just so stupid though. Like this is my favorite. This is my oh my god, this is so my favorite. Burn it all down, trade everyone, forget the cap. Don't worry about it. We got draft picks.
God.
I'm like, oh.
So what do you have left of the team if you trade everybody?
You know, I think a lot of times when people say this stuff that they either high or drunk or just both because they don't realize what they're saying.
I'm going to say half retarded, that they don't understand that the dead cap carries over to the next year if you go over what you're at this year. I mean, there's a reason they haven't traded away anybody yet. That's why we're not sellers. We can't afford to be. The only one we can afford to trade, and no one's going to want him because he's hurt, is Nick Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't really got to trade him away. I mean, he took a pay cut for a reason, so he can be cut too. But I just walked away with that question because I was like, hey, a lot of people have said it. And another thing I wanted to ask you guys because I'm curious, is do you guys think there is something to this idea that hey, it's been 7 weeks, not a singular running back has had over 14 rushing attempts? Not a single one.
They abandoned the run way too fast.
The play calling is that goes with that. That goes with the play calling, definitely.
And I said that before the season about Anthony Lynn the whole time as an OC. He has a tendency to go away from the run in the second half his entire career.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. I had to go do some more research, but I can tell you this much. I generally always take screenshots of the first half, and I think it was the game before against the Bengals, and I'm like, so my man, one guy ran the ball 5 times, the other one ran it 6, and they both got 7 carries in the second half, and I was like, okay, like that's what we doing?
That's why we're losing.
It. Yeah, we should beat it. I'm telling you, we should really beat the Titans. There's no reason we should be running the ball so much.
Right.
Like if you, I mean, even the Browns have figured it out. Like, let's take Baker Mayfield out of some of these games, and obviously you're going to have games where the quarterback got to be kind of the guy, but it's just strange.
Luke, Dr. Detroit asks, he says, I've never heard anyone say that, so I'm confused. Where are you hearing it from?
You never heard anyone say what?
Where are you hearing that the offensive line is bad?
Oh my God! In my Discord 24/7.
Okay.
All my videos, I get at least 6 or 7 messages. The offensive line sucks. Then you get people on the radio talking about it. You get people over there on another YouTube channel because I want to be respectful because one of our guys is over there, but they be talking about it. I be looking like, where y'all get this stuff?
But Bird Gang, yeah, I don't know where they getting this stuff at. I hear it on Facebook. I see a lot of it on Facebook. Whereas
I see a lot on Facebook too.
I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
If you have any question about how bad an offensive line is, take a look at the Bears and shut the hell up.
Facts.
And remember last year the way our offensive line was. This year's offensive line is a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, I would definitely.
I think so too, Tim.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
And with 2 of our starters out, man.
Dr. Detroit, you're right about that. Go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, but and with 2 of our starters out, they're still performing well. I mean, come on, wake up.
I can't say nothing bad.
Goff has not been on his back as much as Stafford was, and Stafford was a better quarterback. And that's because of the offensive line has been really protecting a lot better.
Boy,
all I know is this: when your head coach can come out in back-to-back weeks and explain in detail plays where it's like he had this person, it was there, he needs to make that pass, and then you turn around and you get fans who are just like, oh, this person. I've like the major one that I hear. They say the weakest link is Jonah Jackson, and I'm like,
Oh, I don't see that at all.
and I'm like, so what's wrong with Jonah Jackson? Oh, he's garbage, and I'm like, why? And then I realized they use a Pro Football Focus, but I said, to me, to say that the line sucks, I said, let's put it in perspective. You got a guy who was turned from a DN/D tackle to a right tackle who's actually been played, right? You got a center. Nobody thought or would have ever believed that Frank Ragnow would be out. Evan Brown has played as good as Frank Ragnow. I could never thought I would say those words, but he has been phenomenal in his job to do it. And then when you go over to Sewell, I looked at every snap that Sewell had, which is why I'm gonna drop all these videos. Oh, I can't wait. I got one more video I gotta figure out. I'm gonna finish watching them and drop them all at the same time. But I watched all his snaps and I'm like, that's exactly what a tackle is supposed to do. Create a horseshoe. Why is my quarterback dropping like 7 yards in a shotgun? I swear there's no way hell you're gonna convince me that we got a 7-step drop in shotgun.
You're right.
The main thing is, if you look, he's actually starting off with the wrong foot forward, which makes him have to take more steps to get set. It's been talked about all over NFL Network. That's the biggest mistake he has. He has to take an extra step to get set, which gives him, instead of a 3-step drop, it's a 4-step. Instead of a 5-step drop, it's a 6. That's why he looks like that.
I just don't understand. And then the one of the other arguments that was made to me was basically that, if you look at this, the Lions are top 5 in every pressure category, and I was like, yeah, so are the Bengals. Why they're not losing, right? You really want to go down this road? Mm-hmm. You want to tell me Joe Burrow not getting his butt handed to him? Let's talk about it. I said the Chargers are in the top 5 too. Why they not taking all these L's? I'm like, quarterbacks manipulate the pocket. He needs to learn how to manipulate the pocket, and he doesn't.
Right.
Okay, we're going to go to final thoughts now. I just wanted to shout out in the chat, the GOAT Devonta Smith. Hey, welcome to the chat, for real, man. But let's go first to Maniac Tim. What is your final thoughts for today?
Well, as I always say, let's play with pride and try to win with pride. Anything that you do in life, just go ahead and do your best, and be proud of what you do.
That's awesome. Is Iffy coming back? This is Sage Roberts, Terrell Williams. Iffy is probably later in the season after the bye. I don't know about Terrell Williams. Anybody know about Terrell Williams?
I think he had a brain injury. I don't know if he comes back this year because it was worse than a concussion. You know what I'm saying? Concussion is one thing. They're saying that he had a TBI, and that's pretty difficult to come back from to play any type of contact. I don't know if that may be something where his career may be in jeopardy with that.
Yeah, I'm going to answer this question real quick. Want a quarterback this draft? No. Okay, moving on.
I'm in the same page.
All right, Smoke and Jeremy, what's your final thoughts for today?
My final thoughts is all the fans that think everything sucks need to relax a little bit, because we all warned you before the season started that this was going to be a bad year. Yes, we've been close in a couple of games. Yes, we got blowed out twice. But you know what? The future looks brighter with this coaching staff minus Anthony Lynn.
I'm not even sure Atlanta's a problem, but I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Who do we got left here? Val, what are your final thoughts for today?
I'm just going to say happy Halloween to everyone, and enjoy your weekend. And the Lions will win this weekend, so I got nothing to worry about because I've already done my voodoo magic on that mess. So, Lions fans, come on, y'all. Just calm down. It'll be all right. Chill the hell out. This is not anything to worry about, at least this year. Come back next year and we'll talk about it and see if we want to bitch then. But until then, just take a breath and just slow your roll and enjoy the ride.
Val, you can't say the word voodoo around black people. We get to hanging up phones and stuff. You can't ever say voodoo around people. Voodoo and black people that don't mix. You can't say that. the hell?
Voodoo on you.
I had to stop for a minute. Think. I said, did she say she did her voodoo? I said, oh my God.
Don't mind that voodoo that you do.
We are not going there. All right.
Kurt, you know I'm not lying, Kurt. You know, you saw she said voodoo.
Yeah.
Kurt got quiet and said voodoo. What? What did she say? I mean, saying the word voodoo. Saying the word voodoo is like the opening scene of the Lion King movie. Everybody just look up like, what? Voodoo?
I think Anthony was next.
Anthony?
I fully believe that the win is coming this weekend. Just, stay on the ride, guys. It is coming, and prepare for our first victory Monday in a very long time, because I do believe it's going. So get the beer in, get the food in, prepare to have a good time, enjoy hopefully what will be a really hard-fought victory. And if we do next week, I will come on wearing a crown and a scepter. I'll be a royal British guy next week when we get our first win.
There you go. I'd love to see
Right,
that.
yeah.
Actually.
That's what I'm talking about.
We need a win for my birthday present. Well, happy birthday, Dan Spanos. Appreciate you, man. I'm going to give my final thoughts for today. Man, I'll tell you, we need this win worse than anything. I know we want the number 1 draft pick and all, but we really need a win. I don't want to go 1-17. I really don't. But thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to everybody on the panel. And we'll go to Luke G now for your final thoughts.
Luke, hold on.
Hey,
Luke,
as always.
Somebody said voodoo was worse than ketchup. That's what Vic was.
Yeah, you can't say no. She said voodoo. My ears perked up. Kurt got quiet like voodoo. Oh hell no! What she say? Voodoo? What kind of voodoo you doing? And don't be in New Orleans and say the word voodoo. You have people running. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can't end the show on a negative note. We gotta always end it on a positive note. And today's positive quote comes from the universe. It's simple. Whether you think you can or you cannot, you're right. Even the broke clock gets to be right twice a day. And so what that is telling me is this. When you have opportunities to do certain things and you've already told yourself you couldn't do it, then you're right. You can't. Because only the person who believes that they can't do it won't do it. There's no need for you to put effort in something that you already have defeated yourself on. I mean, it's the equivalent to having a match of shadow boxing with yourself and taking the L. It just seems ironic, doesn't it? Take time to tell yourself what you can do instead of looking at what you cannot. Take time to put forth an effort and trying rather than saying that, you know what, the attempt was made mentally. Sometimes you got to put your foot to the ground and get going. So today, it's a day that could be a little bit slow, but whatever you thought about doing, this is a day for you to sit there, manifest it, and get her done. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Check out my peoples, my family, my brethren. Even she said voodoo and she scared my mans across the pond with that stuff. Okay? Check out Royal Lions UK. And also check me out today later on as I talk a little bit of Detroit Lions at 5 p.m. on my channel. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research.
Yeah, check out Luke G's channel for some great breakdowns over there. Also, we're gonna kick it to my main man Kurt for the end of the show.
Hey, you know what today is? It's Friday. Then hey, it's Saturday, Sunday. Well, it is Free for All Friday. Thank everyone on the panel for being here. Like Luke said, go over and check out Royal Lions UK. They have a really good show. Check out Luke G over on his YouTube channel, and then go over and check out my man Jeremy. He's at the Kneecap Biters on Facebook page. And he has the We Are Lions podcast. So Lions Nation podcast. So go check those guys out. Really good content. And you can check all of us out over at Lions Nation Unite, the one-stop shop, the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. Man, go out, enjoy your weekend. Have fun. Watch the game. It's a big football Saturday in the state of Michigan. Michigan State. Lions, Eagles on Sunday. It's Halloween. Enjoy your family. Trick or treat. Don't eat too much, don't drink too much, but just go out and be safe and have fun, family. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the panel, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.